i serien 3.
Excuse me. Think you got something I want?
Job. Here you go. You all right?
Oh, dear, you hear about these things happening. Oh, yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Let me do something for you.
Oh, no, that's not necessary. I've got to get...
I insist. Just a small token.
You're welcome.
A high-end art and jewel thief. A master of the short con and martial arts. A hacker Robin Hood who stole from the rich to give to the poor. The organization's job is to protect the status quo. You three are each the best at what you do. Now you will do it for us. Does any of this look familiar?
Never seen him before in my life.
Reminds me of Jonathan, only better looking.
Is this about our expenses?
Yeah, while we're on the subject, let's talk cash. If we're not gonna be able to make a living the way we're used to, how about a raise?
It can be arranged. Over the past decade, surveillance cameras in automatic telemachines have evolved into an important resource for the organization.
They let you spy on people?
Recently, ATM cameras recorded this unusual robbery.
Wow, like whatever vitamins he's taking.
It's a hoax.
Eyewitnesses corroborate everything you're seeing here.
Yeah, right. And in his free time, this guy leaps tall buildings in a single bound and wears a red cape.
He's got to be wearing a bulletproof vest.
It wouldn't have mattered. The guards were firing Teflon jacket ammunition. A tattooed identification mark traceable to...
Safeway? Vons?
Traceable to a man serving life imprisonment in Bentham maximum security prison.
Nice work release program.
Analysis from previous surveillance lead us to link prisoners from Bentham to robberies across Ohio. In each case, the felons perform seemingly inexplicable physical feats.
How?
Well, some guys have been known to do strange things on PCP.
Close, Marcus, but not quite a cigar. Deductive reasoning along that line of thinking leads us to this man, an illegal drug chemist named Neil Walsh. Currently serving a 30-year sentence at Bentham. Convicted as a teenager for manufacturing designer drugs, among them PCP derivatives.
And you think he's still doing it? Only he's found something stronger.
Correct. If so, we must assume that parties within the prison administration are also involved. Your assignment is to get Walsh out of Bentham, maximum security, and bring him to us.
No matter how he happens to feel.
Correct. And then you'll have his PCP derivative to play with.
Whatever our goals are, you may work under the assumption they are more noble than those of Mr. Walsh and company.
Should we even bother to ask if you have an idea how we're going to break him out of jail?
Yes, quickly, cleverly, and don't get caught. Seeing you.
Thanks for the leads, Mr. Tipster. Bentham's a part of a new trend in prisons. It's privately owned and operated under a franchise agreement with the government.
Well, if it works for burgers, why not prisons?
Right. I'd like fries, double cheeseburger, and 25 years to life.
Meaning we can't rely on government inefficiency and bureaucracy to get our man out.
So no dropping by with a forged warrant.
We don't know how high up this goes or who to trust.
We just have to bust in. Excellent.
Don't be so happy. The people behind Bentham retrofitted an old compound. They spent all their money on technology, not appearances. This is one of the most secure and advanced facilities in the country.
Every alarm, every vault, every prison has a weakness. You've just got to find it.
Bentham is privately owned. There's not enough information out there for me to hack into.
So, in other words, you have no idea how we're gonna break Walsh out of there.
I'm clueless.
Then if we can't break in, we've just got to break out.
You saying what I think you're saying?
Unfortunately, yes.
Ever done anything like this before?
What do you think? Of course not.
Hey, gotta start somewhere.
Next time, we'll skip the small town liquor store and go straight to holding up a bank.
Or maybe even a jewelry store.
Yeah, well, good.
You know what to do?
Marcus, even a moron could do this.
You setting me up with that line on purpose.
All right, come on, buddy. They're waiting for you.
Get your hands up and give me the cash.
Please freeze! Get your hands up! Hey, Chief Sarge. It's Hagee. Keep your hands in plain sight. Down.
Ow.
Oh. That was unnecessary.
I thought the rule was to approach with caution.
Bring it around.
Donut shop next door.
We got an anonymous tip. Hagen. Bother denying it's you.
All right. I won't.
FBI's got more warrants on you than I had time to read. Busted out of every pen between here and London.
Actually, there are a couple in Connecticut I missed.
Yeah, well, you can forget about escaping from where you're going. At least till the state works out your extradition.
Let me guess. Bentham maximum security.
Bingo. Mr. Hagen, welcome to the rest of your life.
No, he looks good in cuffs.
to Bentham Maximum Security Prison, a private penitentiary, a business, a human warehouse in which you are the inventory. Everyone and everything here is accountable to one thing only, the bottom line. The state pays me a fixed sum to keep each of you warm and alive for the term of your sentence, and no more. Lights are allowed on for a half-hour daily, if you have a bulb. No hot water, no television, no hope. If it's rehabilitation you're interested in, you won't find it here. Self-improvement courses cost money to run. Find God. It's cheaper. As for escape, which some of you have a predilection for, we have a stringent policy. The state allows me to prevent breakouts with lethal force, which I do not hesitate to use. We call it inventory deletion.
Do you have a name?
Yes.
It might be a star where you are, but it's just
Do you realize airbags are completely ineffective over 60 miles an hour, let alone 100?
Do me a favor. You think, I'll drive.
All I can think about is me flying headfirst through the windshield.
Oh, no, what does he want?
Let me think. Geez, I don't know.
What do we do?
You in a rush, ma'am?
Yes.
You're going over 100 miles an hour.
111 at one point, I think.
That's reckless endangerment. Get out of the car. Set out.
FBI.
Are you guys on the job?
That's confidential, officer.
Deputy.
Deputy. Do you have a problem with that?
No, ma'am. Not at all.
Is there anything else?
Are you guys... You staying in town? I just want to see you right while you're here. You need anything, you let me know. We'd like to cooperate with other law enforcement agencies. I'm Rennie.
Later, Rennie.
Much.
and you were never that far.
Damn it. Yeah.
Get out of the way. Hey. Move on.
Hey, you know that guy?
Yeah, he looks familiar. His name's Walsh.
No way you know when he's a Block 5er.
Block 5?
Block 5 is where the warden sends you when hell ain't enough for you. Think this is bad? Block 5 is a deep, dark hole, concrete and steel. No mail, no visitors, no contact.
What'd he do?
Ask too many questions like you. Warden don't like trouble.
Hagen!
Uh-oh.
With me. Now.
Privatization has provided us with the autonomy to reinvent the prison paradigm from the ground up. To put it bluntly, an army couldn't break out of here.
Yes, but we're talking about Jonathan Hagen. What makes you think you can hold him when no one else could?
You have to change your thinking when it comes to Bentham. You see, when we made our franchise agreement with the federal government, we insisted on maximum deregulation. So our hands aren't tied by quite the same laws on inmate control and punishment. We take a hard line on misbehavior.
Very refreshing.
I feel better already.
Cuban?
Absolutely.
You realize the Penal Code 576 prohibits the transportation of Cuban goods into the 50 states? You should be more careful.
Legally, we're not within the 50 states. Like I said, you have to learn to change your thinking in Bentham.
Who are you two?
Agent Miller and Webb, FBI.
J. Edgar Hoover must be rolling in his grave.
Well, he's a bit mouthy, isn't he?
That's because he hasn't been here very long.
Yeah, well, I'm done talking for the day, so, why don't you two losers take a hike?
You think you can murder 2 guards, evade an interstate manhunt for 6 months, and not get a visit from our bureau?
That's right, Hayden. I want to know about your little vacation. Heists, residences, accomplices.
Oh, you want to know about my accomplices? 2 of the laziest do-nothings I've ever met.
How do you figure that, Hagen?
They kick back, enjoying themselves, while I get stuck here in this sewer.
He's got a point.
You know, Hagen, I would wipe that stupid look off my face and start talking if I was you.
I'll leave you to him.
Thanks. I'm disabling the surveillance camera with the video echo. We're clear. No bugs.
You know, that's a really nice color on you.
Yeah.
You all right?
So far, so bad.
See Walsh?
The guards keep him away from everyone else. He looks malnourished. He's obviously under duress.
How far up does it go?
The warden's the kind of guy who'd do anything for a buck.
Unlike you two, right? Here you go, sir. Presents. Your digital impedance lockpick gizmo, a couple of hologram emitters. Now they can record up to 11 seconds of an image and recycle it.
Do you see a way out of here?
I'm not sure. The workout area's a bit weird. The base is sand.
What's weird about that?
What's underneath it? The limestone.
So?
Well, usually you have to dig at least 50 feet to hit limestone. I'll check it out.
Have you figured out a way to make contact with Walsh?
They keep him in the isolation unit. It's their form of solitary. That's the wing where they keep all the troublemakers.
You have a plan?
Unfortunately, once again, yes. Remember me, girlfriend? Paris. Champs-Élysées. You wore blue.
What do you think, R.D.? One hand.
Right hand.
Anytime.
Adi, both hands.
Should I stop it?
See what happens.
No, R.D. This just ain't fair.
Is that the best you can do, Princess? Anyone else?
Trouble. Take him to 5.
3, 2, 1. Yes. Like clockwork.
Talking to? Just myself. You're needed.
Orders to do. Let's get going. Come on. I'm out of circle.
Jonathan was right.
Where did I leave that missile launcher?
Oh, I'm sure it'll come to you. Want to take a look at this satellite image? There's a red grid here. Look at this. The prison's land parcel. This gray line, state's main aqueduct. It's got to be about 15 feet across. That took some serious digging.
Well, isn't building a high-security prison on top of a tunnel kind of lame?
No, actually it isn't, because even if you manage to get down the tunnel, there's one big problem.
Oh, water.
Yep, look, a couple of million gallons per 1 mile stretch, blasting through the pipe at 10 cubic feet per second, exerting a per square inch pressure
All right. What's your next idea?
It's the only one I have.
Keep your voice down and listen.
Who are you? Houdini.
All you need to know is I'm gonna break you out of here.
No.
What?
Look, man, I got nailed when I was a kid. I got hat-tricked into making that crap. I know I gotta take responsibility for what I did, and I'm gonna serve out the rest of my sentence.
Okay, when we get you out of here, we'll put in a special request and have you thrown right back in.
I tried to escape, man. I took some of the stuff myself, but you can't get past an electrified fence. It keeps forcing me to make it.
What is it? Come on.
The idea was to speed the metabolism, to help people heal, repair injuries, recover, you know. Strength's just a side effect.
What I saw wasn't just anything.
Yeah, but you gotta pay for it, man. I mean, you get a couple of minutes, super heightened metabolism, but those guys out there, they're our age. Only 1 or 2 applications of the derivative, and the accelerated agent's minimal. But Davies keeps sending them back out. Eventually,
Hey, calm
it
down.
increases
Hey,
exponentially.
Listen to me. Think of what you could do in the real world with a proper laboratory and real equipment.
It'll just make things worse, man.
We're gonna get you out. We're gonna blow the whistle. Think about it.
Still clean.
Is Walsh ready to go?
Davies has him believing he deserves everything he gets. I'm not sure he'll come willingly.
Well, you better figure it out soon because you were right. There's something under your limestone.
An aqueduct.
Is it active?
Technically.
Technically.
Well, we're still working out some details.
Army Corps of Engineers specs require vents leading topside every 9.1 miles. Well, they're working vents on either side of the prison. And if they were built evenly spaced, then at one point, well, there should be one right here.
Actually, 20 yards west of the main gate, but we should be able to take it right up into the exercise yard.
If and should. Does this strike you as not quite the best plan you two have ever come up with?
Maybe, but it's the only one we've got.
Yeah, well, I don't want to give Walsh time to think about it. We have to get him out tonight.
All right, meet us in the yard at 2200 hours with Walsh. We'll take you both down.
You sure about this? I've known Tommy since we were kids. He always seemed like an upstanding guy.
We're investigating the distributors, not Tommy.
Hopefully our investigation will prove that Tommy didn't realize he was purchasing stolen merchandise.
Good.
Okay.
There's no need for that, Agent. Walk right in.
Just take it easy, Tommy. They'll be done soon enough, and then we can clear your name.
Clear my name? Since when is there a problem with my name?
Just relax.
Excuse me. Where are your power tools? Third aisle on the right. Let's go. Hey!
Bad news, gentlemen. The serial numbers on this merchandise matches those of the stolen shipment. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to impound most of it.
Impound? I paid my distributor for these. What do I do?
Well, the deputy here will have to pay you back, and then he can file with the Bureau for reimbursement.
I don't know.
Policy, deputy. Involve local law enforcement whenever possible.
Circular saw.
We got one of those on the plane.
No, we would, but we're overloaded with your personal weapons arsenal. What else do we need?
Transportation. Marcus, what are you doing?
Playing a tight computer game.
So what's the score?
Marcus 1, pumping station 0. I'm shutting the water down.
How long before the pumps turn back on and drown us?
Well, first they have to run a stat check subroutine, realize the error wasn't genuine. Then they have to confirm.
In other words?
22 minutes.
Look, I don't know who you are. I don't know whether or not I can even trust you.
Well, too bad. I'm taking you out of here, right now.
Just like that?
Yeah, just like that.
What is it?
Your replacement.
Sorry. He's irreplaceable.
I don't know who you are, and I don't care.
Take him back to his cell.
I'll talk to you later.
Inventory deleted.
So how much further?
3/10 of a mile.
To an old air vent you hope is there?
Hey, I think you drive.
I need your derivative. You say the warden's using you. Use your derivative the way you intended to heal was. There's a derivative.
Are you sure this is the right place?
The odometer says 9.1 miles. It's gotta be 9.1 miles.
Marcus, we've got 11 minutes until this place fills with water.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to count. This must be it. They sealed it with steel a couple inches thick.
Well, what'd you expect? A door? Of course they sealed it off.
Amanda, we only have 7 minutes.
What's your point?
We don't have time for insults.
There's always time for insults.
Ready?
Yeah.
Like I've had 700 expressions.
I can hear the pump starting back up.
That's bad.
It will be when it gets here. It's 9 miles away.
What's on top of this thing?
A couple inches of sandstone.
That's bad too.
It's good. The weight of the dirt will cave in a nice hole for us.
Marcus, you think of everything.
Find him.
Walsh. What are you doing? This is the rendezvous. Are you sure? Yes. Oh, come on. This way.
There they are.
We gotta get moving. We stay here. They're coming. Stay put.
Walsh, get inside. Juice will wear off in a second if it hasn't already. Something nice about a second chance, isn't there?
Should I shoot at it?
Is that your answer to everything?
I think in this case it's a viable option.
Let's do it.
Drop your weapons.
It's about time.
Go on. Get out of there.
Not you.
We don't have much time.
Too bad. Guess it wore off. Hey, do I look any older?
A couple of months be the maximum effect. Who are you people?
Not amphibians. Let's go.
What is she doing?
Sending a signal to the police. Can't these things go any faster?
Oh, now you want to go faster.
You got a problem with that?
No.
What's that?
Cappuccino maker?
I can see that. But it looks remarkably similar to the one in the place we had breakfast yesterday.
It is. Thing's heavy. Jonathan, stop worrying. You don't look any older.
That's not what I'm thinking.
You're fine.
All right. Do I?
Well, these are new.
Well, these are laugh lines. I've always had them.
Hey.
Is there anything else?
Is that a gray hair?
I can't see gray.
Well, if it is, it's from working with you two.
Jonathan, you look fine. It's just the lights in here. The side effects are history, like the warden.
How much of the derivative did you take anyway? 3 or 4 cc's?
I don't know. It's hard to pay attention to details when you're dying.
Well, I'm asking because according to this, 1 dose shouldn't age you more than 1 or 2 months. Well, I hope it's February. The healing properties are amazing. You don't even have any scar tissue, do you?
No. What is that you're reading?
Walsh's report on his derivative. Now that he's working for the organization, we have access to all of his findings.
Oh, well, there's a comforting thought. Someone like Walsh let loose with unlimited resources.
Yeah. To him, the world's a big medicine cabinet.
Yeah, and all the men and women merely guinea pigs.
Shakespeare, as you like it.
You've read Shakespeare?
I was voted best actress at every high school I was kicked out of.
Uh-oh.
What?
Side effects are worse than I thought.
Other than aging? Like what?
Well, you want me to start alphabetically or in increasing order of tragedy?
Just give me the highlights.
All right, well, it says you may have an antinotrophic reaction.
What the hell's that?
Forgetfulness, inability to concentrate, memory loss, shrinkage of the...
Son of a...
Oh, Tourette's syndrome. Could get a touch of that, too.
The drug also has extreme laxative qualities, yeah.
Oh, don't want to stray too far from the old porcelain throne for the next, 3 months.
3 months?
And here's a really bad one, Jonathan.
Oh. Should we tell him or let him live a happy life not knowing?
Tell him. Tell me.
According to this, it says the worst and final side effect of the derivative is a persistent and incurable...
Persistent and incurable what?
British accent.
Walsh's stuff is completely out of my system.